أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let's start inshallah. Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So today let's do some practice on this fail nahi. So if I write the Quran. لا تقولوا على الله إلا لا تقولوا على الله إلا الحق. So what is this تقولوا?
فعل مضارع.
تقولوا is فعل مضارع. Okay. So what is this construction? There should be like what is this? لا تقولوا. It's not فعل مضارع. It is فعل
नहीं
नहीं.
नहीं.
It is فعل नहीं. So if it is تقولون, then it is فعل مضارع. Here it is لا تقولوا. Noon is gone. Right? Noon is gone here. So it is فعل नहीं. Okay. Now على الله. Okay, it is jar majroor. إلا الحق. إلا is exception. إلا except حق. Okay. The تقولون, though they say لا تقولوا means
They did not tell.
no. قال means saying, right? لا تقولوا means
They did not.
no. Why they? You are saying they. You are translating.
تقولون.
So تقولون means
You na you.
you
all.
say.
You all.
You say.
You all didn't
Say. But
didn't
لا
say.
تقولوا لا تقولوا mean
Did not say.
no. You have to translate it as a nahi, right? لا تقولوا.
Do not say. Do not.
Do not say, yes. So if it is لا تقولون, then you can say you don't say. But لا تقولوا is a nahi, so you say don't say. Do not say. It's a prohibition, right? Nahi. لا تقولوا, don't say على الله, upon Allah, except the truth. Except, Allah means except, al-haq means truth. So do not say anything upon Allah except truth. Okay, so don't say anything upon Allah or about, don't say anything about Allah except the truth, except the truth. So anything is in bracket, okay? So don't say anything about Allah except the truth. So was in the Quran. So whenever we speak about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we cannot say anything other than truth. Right? We cannot even say anything about Allah in ignorance also. The sin will be upon us. So whenever we say upon Allah, anything about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it has to be truth. It cannot be out of your ignorance or out of the lies, out of the falsehood. So basically, when we say do not say anything about Allah except the truth, is basically about Islam also. So when you say about Islam, anything about Islam, it has to be truth. It has to be authentic. Even scholars say if anybody says anything about Islam in ignorance also, it is a sin. If you say anything about another thing in ignorance, the sin will not be upon you. But if you say anything about Islam, even in ignorance, the sin will be there. We'll not talk of deliberate. So whenever we quote Allah in anything, whenever we say Allah has said this, Allah has said no, Allah has prohibited this, we need to be very, very careful. We cannot attribute any kind of falsehood upon Allah and His Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam or about Islam. Okay, it's very serious. So Allah has prohibited it. Okay, that's what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says about here. Okay, last time I gave you one assignment to find out the fail Amr in Surah Fatiha. Only two people had done, Fahima and Safia. What about others? Shahjan Bhai and Sabira sister, you people have not done. Yusuf Bhai also has not done. So what was the reason? You didn't get time or you could not find? Yeah, Shahjan Bhai, are you able to hear me? I think he's not there. Huh? Okay, Sabira sister, were you were able to find it out or you didn't get time?
I'll do it, sir, inshallah.
So, okay, no problem. So do it. I will not repeat it here because two people have already done. So I hope you will also able to do. Shahjan Bhai, also please do it. Okay, if you're not able to do it, then we'll inshallah take it out. And Riaz, I think Riazuddin Bhai is also joining us. Riaz Bhai, there is an assignment. I don't know, he's there. Okay. So, Surah Fatiha, you have to find Fail Amr.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. Now, if you remember, I told you that whenever you do nahi, forbidding, or amr, you cannot do it on the third person, right? It has to be directly. So some people are in front of you and you're commanding them or you're forbidding them. But then there is one thing called indirect forbidding. Indirect forbidding. I can write this. Indirect forbidding. Indirect forbidding. So what does indirect forbidding mean? For example, if I tell you, you just tell him that you should not do that. Tell him you should not do that. So basically, I am giving indirect forbidding command to him. Right? So through you. Right? It's forbidding, indirect forbidding. So tell him that you should not do. Correct? So if I just keep it in the simple way like this, someone should not do something. He should not do this thing. He should not do that thing, right? It's basically you are forbidding him indirectly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also has used also this kind of language in the Quran. Okay, so Allah has indirectly forbidden some people person through Prophet. So, O Prophet, tell them you should not do this. Right? So indirect forbidding. So how you will do indirect forbidding? So now when you say indirect forbidding, so what kind of fail Muzari you will use? Will you use second person or third person or first person?
It's a combination of first person and second person.
No.
No.
When you say someone should not do something, that someone is not in front of you, right?
Third person by.
So you will use third person.
Because you use the third person by indicating to the second, who will in turn go and tell the other person.
Correct. So indirect forbidding is okay done through third person fail Muzari. Okay. Now let's take how it looks like. So if you see, let's take the example of Yansuru. Okay, so Yansuru is a third person fail Muzari, right? Whoever. So Yansuru means he helps, right? Now, if I'd say he should not help, if I'd say, for example, he should not help. Sorry, he should not help. It's the intent forbidding to him. He should not help. Right? He should not help. Correct? So you will use the third person, right? Basically I am commanding, but I'm not commanding him directly through some media. So I'm saying he should not help. So obviously I will use, for as it is prohibition, I'll use la first. Now how will I distinguish this prohibition, this negation, from the normal negation? If I say la yansuru, it means he will not help or he does not help. But if I say he should not help, then I had to use it I had to make it distinguished, right? So how will I write it down? I will
With
make this
the name of the person, is it?
Yeah, I'll have, pardon me.
No, we have to put a person's name, is it, in this?
No
Like-
need.
No name. Okay.
So how will I distinguish it from others? I'll say yeah, la yansur. I'll make it lightest.
That
I-
lightest word.
Yes, like the way we use second person direct command, also lightest version, we'll also use in this case also lightest version. But the difference is we'll use third person. So la yansur, he should not help. How will you say they should not help? They should not help.
La yansuru.
You say la yansuru. So noon is gone. La yansuru. Likewise, same, the method is same then, by making it lightest. La yansuru. They should not help. La yansura. They both should not help. Right? She should not help. La tansuru. La tansur. She should not help. La tansura. And then la yansurna. Okay, that doesn't change. Okay, like Antuna version. La yansurna will be same. Right? So like that, this is how we make third person, negation. Now, how the the third person prohibition, sorry. Now, how, let me, quote one ayah of the Quran where you get this. لا يتخذ مؤمنين مؤمنون sorry مؤمنون لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أولياء. Very famous ayah. أولياء لا يتخذ المؤمنون الكافرين أولياء. Okay, now what is this لا يتخذ? Well, I'm not asking meaning, I'm asking grammatical thing. لا يتخذ, what is لا يتخذ?
I think lightest negation. Lightest word negation.
It is a not negation, it is a what kind of prohibition? لا يتخذ. If it is لا يتخذ, then it is negation. But it is لا يتخذ. So يتخذ was actually what? What was يتخذ? Why it is lightest? Why يتخذ is lightest?
Lightest.
Why it is lightest?
Because it is using that.
It is?
Because noon is removed, na, bhai. The noon is removed.
No,
It's-
noon is.
Noon.
Yattakizuna it was, right?
No.
Then it becomes yattakizu.
No.
No.
Just now you told me that lie and sur. It is on
Yeah.
similar
It is,
line.
it's indirect prohibition. Indirect.
Yeah,
Prohibition.
indirect for it. Yeah.
Indirect nahi. Okay. Now, what was actual word here? Yattaqi?
Yattakhizuna.
No.
Yattaqi.
Yattaqizuna में क्या रहेगा? Waw will remain there, right? It is yattaqiz.
Yeah. Correct.
So which version of fi'l mudari is this?
Yattakhiza. I think yattakhiza. Yattakhizu.
Yattaqizu. It was huwa version, right?
Huwa
Huwa
version.
Right?
Yeah.
So it became indirect prohibition, la yatakhiz. So this dhamma is removed and sukoon is brought. So la yatakhiz, it has been made prohibition, indirect prohibition. Now then al mu'minuna, what is this?
It is whom version?
No, al mu'minuna, what is this? Ism fail what?
Ism it is.
It is
Okay.
ism.
Why it is marfu?
No.
So why it is marfu?
Yeah, it is. Jama Salim na ye? Yeah.
Al mu'minuna, it's like Muslimuna.
Muna.
It is marfu. Why it is marfu?
Muna. Ji.
Why it is marfu?
Based on the sound, na? Una.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, that is there. But I'm saying, see, the word will be marfu,
Is it
mansub based on.
Is it because of the verb before this?
What is its actual role then?
It is
Usse pehle-
a maful.
Maf'ul has to be mansub.
Yes.
See, this ism is marfu and it's coming after fail. Now, if the ism
File.
yes, it is file.
Yeah.
Generally, when ism comes after fail, it has to be mansub. But if it is marfu, that means it is file. It must be file. Now, is it a file? Now, in what cases file will be there?
Yes.
In what cases?
Immediately followed by a fail.
No, but which kind of fail? In which kind of fails we have file? Outside file. Outside
Mazi
file.
and Mudari, right?
Huwa version.
Okay, both Mazi, Muzari, Nahi, Amr, both.
Huwa version.
Huwa version and Hiya version. Okay. So whenever you have Huwa and Hiya version of fail, Mazi, Muzari, Amr, Nahi, and all, it can also have one outside doer. File, which is called file. Now this al-muminuna is marfu and it's coming after fail. After fail, ism has to be mansub. But when the ism is marfu, that means it must be file. If it is
File.
file, then it has to be followed by either huwa version of fail, mazi, muzari, nahi, amr, or hiya version of fail, mazi, muzari, amr, and nahi. In this case, if you see this this forbidding nahi is fail, nahi is what? Huwa version. Correct? Understand? So in this case, this al-muminuna is file because fail nahi huwa version has come before it. Right? Okay.
Kafirin also is fine, right?
No. Al-kafirina is what is the status of this? Is it marfu, mansu, majroor? Al-kafirina.
It's marfu only.
Marfu looks like ina. I think you are forgotten.
Yeah, okay. Kafirina. Okay. It's plural form.
It is mansub.
It is plural, but
Mansub.
what? Mansu, Muslimina.
Mansub.
Muslimina.
Yes, it is mansub because it is maf'ul now.
Hmm.
Now, awliya, is it mansub?
Awliya.
It is mansub only, no? Dual.
It is mansub. Sound, right? Again, it is
Yeah,
maf'ul. So in this whole sentence, it's a jumla failure, and it is a prohibition nahi, jumla nahi, jumla failure nahi. You have al-mu'minuna Allah yatakhiz, which is fail nahi. Al-mu'minuna, you have file. Al-kafirina, one one maful. Awliya, another maful. And we'll see then later on what kind of mafuls are those. Okay. Now, ittakhaza means to take. Ittakhaza means to take. How will you say la ittakhiz al-mu'minuna? Al-kafirina is, disbelievers. Awliya means
Disbelief.
Awliya
The
means
friends.
Awliya means
Friends of
protectors. Protectors. General loose translation is friends, but actually it is protectors. Okay. Or close friends.
Do
Okay.
not take.
No. See properly. Where you will start.
He.
To start
He
from
did
file.
not.
We'll start from file. Very good. So start. Yeah. Bismillah.
The believers,
The believers.
Yeah, hold on.
the
believers.
believers, the believers, the disbelievers, al-kafirina is disbelievers, the awliya is the what of Allah? Friends of Allah, is it?
Awliya are means
Protectors.
protectors or friends.
Protectors.
Loose
Ji.
translation friends. And the believers.
Protectors
The
are not to be
disbelievers.
taken, is it? I don't know.
You are messing it.
Nahi bhai. Nahi bhai.
Hua version only. That is.
So fire you translated. The next what? Next thing what?
The disbeliever. The
No.
believers
When you translate first file, the next what will you do?
fail.
Where is that fail coming?
The lie at the his did not.
No, I did not.
Do not.
If you go into the
Lie.
first tense,
Do not take the
Not take.
disbelievers as protectors, is it?
Protection of Allah.
no, one person at one time. First, Fahima ji, can you tell? Yeah, the believers.
The believers do not take.
Uh,
The disbelievers
correct?
protectors of Allah. And
Not products Allah, as friends. There's no mudafil awliya Allah. As friends. So you said, let me write it down and then I'll see another people how they are responding to this your translation. You said the believers do not take disbelievers as friends.
friends.
Okay. Now, Sister Safia, is this correct translation?
The believers do not take disbelievers as friends. The believers do not take the disbelievers as their friends, is it?
Oh, that's okay. That's not a big problem. No. Is it a correct translation?
Do not take it. Do not take it. Correct, she is told. Yeah.
Okay. It's not correct.
It's
Shahjahan
not
bhai.
correct. Okay. The disbelievers do not take. Nee.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Bye. Bhai. This
Should
is the
not take.
translation.
Should not take. It is should not. Should not take.
Exactly. It is a nahi, right? It's a command. It's a prohibition. You made it normal negation. If you say do not, it's a normal negation.
Okay.
But if you say should not, it's a prohibition.
It's a command.
Haram. So, देखो दो चीजें होती हैं. एक तो होता है halal and haram. But when we say something is haram, Allah has prohibited it. Nahi. Do not do shirk. Do not associate partners with Allah. Do not speak lie. Do not cheat. These are all prohibitions. Here, if you say the believers do not, it's not a prohibition. It's a normal negation. But when you say normal, when it is prohibition, it has to be the believer should not take the disbeliever. This now has become negation. Nahi. Correct. You cannot try. If it is, for example, la yatakhizu, for example, then the translation was correct. Then it was correct. If you say la yatakhizu al-mu'minina, then say the believers do not take the friends, but it is la yatakhiz. It is a what? It is a prohibition. So the believers should not take the disbelievers as friends. So the question is, maf'ul bihi or al-kafirina and awliya. What kind of maf'ul is al-kafirina and what kind of maf'ul is awliya?
It questions what, no? So it is the al-kafirina, right?
So al-kafir,
Bihi.
what kind of maf'ul? Bihi. So what they should
Bihi.
not take
Bihi.
friends? Whom they should
They
not take
should not
friends?
take they should not take kafirina.
Now awliya, what kind of maf'ul? So awliya, al-kafir is maf'ul bihi. Awliya,
That it also is the same, right? Because both are speaking on the same what question, no?
what they should not take disbelievers as?
What?
No.
Yeah,
So
because
no,
kafirina ka bhi what
awliya,
hi aata
awliya,
na?
the protect friends answers the question like how they should not take.
How? Okay, then hal.
Hal.
Then hal.
So awliya has
Maful hal.
maful hal. So that's why it's as whenever you have maful hal, you should always
Maful
translate
hal.
that as
As, okay.
as
As friends, okay.
as friends. Okay.
Okay.
Right? So there
Maful
will
hal.
not be a condition of having. So here the friends is basically, if you want me to little bit put more light on this ayah.
Ji.
So see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not stop us from making friends with disbelievers. The awliya basically, a meaning of awliya is basically, it means protection. When you seek refuge, the friend is not basically the direct class, it's actually protectors. Okay. Sorry. What happened? Okay. What happened to this? Okay. So
We are so used to this translation on awliya as friends of Allah. So all the time it has been,
yes. So basically,
I don't know.
it's
This is the
basically
first time I'm hearing about this
but
protector.
it's protectors basically. So what happened?
Ji,
So
ji.
the thing is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not stop us from making disbelievers as friends, but He stops us from making them as allies, you can say. Protectors as allies. Allies in a sense, see, and again, the allies in what is basically when it's a matter of deen. If it is a matter of righteousness, no problem. For example, there are some disbelievers, for example, who are doing some, fighting for some good cause, for justice, and you want to make them allies with them. Prophet ﷺ has made, so there's no prohibition. But when you say protectors or allies, it is in evil, in shirk, in kufr, in zulm, in any kind of nahi. Okay. Otherwise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not stopped us, in making friends with this belief. This generally, these Muslims, non-Muslims will bring this ayah and tell you, see, Islam teaches that you should not make friends with this. It's not like that. So awliya basically means protectors, allies in wrongdoing. Or, for example, if the disbelievers are fighting against Islam or against Muslims, you are not supposed to make allies with them or make them friends. Okay, clear cut, right? Whoever supports disbeliever in wrong, in helping him against Muslims, he is. Some scholars even say that he is not in a state of Islam. Okay, so that's what this prohibition is all about. Okay, one more. Fala. So this, if you see here, this is a third person nahi. Indirect what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have also like this. La tattakhizu al-kafirina awliya. But Allah has made it indirect command. Okay, Allah has made, so it's like, O Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the believers, tell them, the believers should not make kafirin as awliya. So sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you direct command, sometimes, or prohibition, nahi. Sometimes He will give you indirect prohibition. Correct? Okay. So fala yahzun ka kufruhu. Okay. فَلَا يَحْزُنْكَ كُفْرُهُ. Okay, leave it. So you have لَا يَحْزُنْكَ كُفْرُهُ. So what is this لَا يَحْزُنْكَ? Break down it.
Again, it is this prohibition.
So what is
Or
prohibition? Can you tell me which one is
Yazun.
Oh,
Then
la
ka is
yahzun.
attached
La
pronoun.
yahzun. Ka is attached pronoun. Very good. Excellent. So this ka is attached pronoun is maful, right? It's maful.
Maf-
The actual word is la yahzun. So basically it was yahz. So what was the actual word yahzun? What was it actually?
Yazunu.
Yahzunu. It was
Yazunu.
yahzunu. It has become yahzun because of la, because of the nahi, la. So ka is basically a maful. Now kufruhu. What kind of combination is this kufruhu?
Kufru is file.
Mm-hmm.
File and maful, is it?
Maful.
This combination is
Attached
So
pronoun. No?
kufruhu is
pronoun.
the combination is what? Kufruhu is what combination?
Mudaf mudaf ilay
Ah.
to nahi?
Yes, yes.
हाँ.
Mudaf ilayh, kufru plus hu. Now
Hu.
kufru has become is marfu because it is file. And if you see yahzun is falala yahzun is it's a huwa version of fail nahi. Okay. Hazan means grief, grieving
Grief.
or saddening, sad, right? So how will you translate? Kufr means disbelief. So how will you translate this sentence? So the fa is therefore. Fa means therefore.
You should not grieve.
Therefore, no.
Therefore,
Where is you should not? Where is you should not? Where is anta version?
that ka is I think maful. Na? Maful.
Ka is maf'ul is attached pronoun. You are getting confused. So if you have second version of the fail muzari or nahi or amr, it is starting with ta, right? So therefore,
Therefore, the disbelievers should come first. No? Disbelievers.
kufr means kufr is disbelief, not disbelievers.
Disbelieve. Okay.
Disbelief.
Therefore, disbelieve.
But you see, properly translate kufruhu.
Who is you, right? Kufruhu.
Who is what?
It is pronoun, right?
It is attached
Him,
pronoun.
Attached pronoun.
So how to translate who? Kufruhu.
Him.
You.
Him.
No, kufruhu. How to translate kufruhu? Mudaf ilayh, na? So
He
how it?
disbelieves, is it? He disbelieves.
No. He disbelieves.
You disbelieve.
Disbeliever of him.
Disbelief. His disbelief.
Disbelief. His disbelief. Okay.
Kufr is disbelief. Who?
Disbelief.
His. So kufruhu, his disbelief. Okay. Therefore,
His
his disbelief.
disbelief. Belief. You should not grieve, is it?
Why you should not? Why is you should not?
Ka is,
Ka is what? Why are you getting confused always with the ka? Whenever there's attached pronoun ka, you are translating it as a anta version. This ka is not. It's a attached pronoun. Attached pronoun cannot be. Can you join again, please?